welcome back to my vlog channel. It's been a minute. I think it's been like 2 weeks, so sorry for neglecting you guys. You guys have been like the redheaded stepchild, this channel, while my ASMR channel is like my favorite child, you know, getting all new toys and new clothes and you're just sitting in the corner. But I haven't filmed in a few weeks and I do have an excuse because I've been planning on doing a Q&A video while I do my makeup, which is still coming. But every day when I'm like deciding I should do that, I'm like, I don't feel like doing a full makeup look. So maybe I'll just do the Q&A and not do the makeup, but that's like my idea I've been holding on to. And I've just not been wanting to execute the makeup part, so it's kind of a weak excuse, I know. But we'll get her done. The Q&A is coming. In other news, it is 9:44, Friday, the 21st of June. And let me tell you guys, because I'm filming with the AC not blasting on me, so you guys won't hear it. It is so hot in Michigan right now. I'm assuming it's hot everywhere. It's not even 10 in the morning, and it is 81 degrees. And I've been saying, like, the heat the last week or so has been oppressive. Like, I love summer, so I like warm weather, you know. I like to be outside in the heat. I like to bake in it, you know what I mean? Like, get a nice tan, lay by the pool. No, like, have not been going outside at all unless I'm like going somewhere, like going to my car. Not even for like a walk outside, nothing, because it is so miserably hot. I also just woke up, you guys. I don't know if you can tell. And I did not need this sweatshirt on. I think I was just excited to wear it because it's new. And it's morning, so you kind of think in your brain, like, maybe it will be cold. No, it's not. But we are on the way to get a coffee right now, you guys. Yesterday, it was my last day of doing 4 weeks of intermittent fasting. Oh, hold on, my dad's calling. All right, guys, sorry. My dad was calling me, and me and my dad talk on the phone pretty much every morning, but he usually calls me a lot earlier. So, I actually was just telling him, I've talked to now my mom, my sister, and my dad all this morning before 10 o'clock. Only one I haven't talked to is my brother. There's some health stuff going on with my grandma. Not my grandma that I've talked about to you guys on my dad's side who has dementia. My other grandma, I won't say anything because I'm sure my mom would not want me to. She doesn't watch these vlogs, but if everything is fine, well, I guess I would tell you guys either way. But yeah, my grandma is having a little health issue. So my mom and my sister both called me to talk about it this morning. So prayers for my grandma, if any of you pray, would be appreciated. But I think I was telling you guys before the video ended that I've talked before, I was doing intermittent fasting. Yesterday was my last day. I did it for 4 weeks. So in true diet culture fashion, I'm gonna undo everything, everything I've been doing, and I got a delicious iced coffee with cream and sugar and vanilla, obviously, and I'm going to get a donut. My dad gets donuts from the Meijer gas station by our house every day and tells me about them. While I've been doing this, I'm like, don't play with me. You know I can't eat till noon, and you're talking about eating a donut? I'm gonna go get a donut today. But I've never been in this Meijer gas station, so they might not have them. I was clearly just at Dunkin', but in my opinion, the donuts from Dunkin' suck. Those donuts are ass. So I was like, nah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just not have a donut than have to eat a Dunkin' donut, so. The coffee though, delish. I told you guys I've been having black coffee, and it's not that bad, like, because I just get cold brew at home, drink it. It's not that bad without it. Dunkin' black coffee without cream is horrid. So strong, it's almost like, well, coffee is bitter, but it's like so bitter, I can't think of a word I want to use to describe it more than that. Just like out in this. I don't know if it has something to do with the full moon, because I think it was a full moon last night, at least from what my eyes could see. Maybe it was like slightly not full or slightly less full. But I've been having the craziest dreams the last 4 or 5 days. And I can remember them all in really like vivid detail. One of the dreams, hold on, which one do I want to start with? Okay, let me ask this question first to you guys. Is there somewhere you go in your dreams that is not a real location you've ever been to, but it's somewhere that has existed in your dreams and you visited it multiple times? Because this has been happening to me. There's like this cabin in the woods that does not exist in my life, but exists in my dreams, that I will visit on occasion. And in my dreams, I know it's my grandma's house, the grandma I was just talking about. I know it's my grandma's house, and the first dream I had there was really scary. It was like a horror movie, like walking up to the house, there's like people, like scary ghost people, like looking out the windows, like flitting by the corner of my eyes, like popping out at you. Freaky. And then I dreamed about this place the other day, like 2 days ago. And we were all just like hanging out. My horse actually, I actually have a lot of things to tell you guys. I haven't been on in a while. But let me finish this. My horse was there. Our new horse, Bo. And I can't even remember where I was going with this. But anyway, the premise of the story, it doesn't matter what that dream was. What matters is the location. Because it's really weird to me that I'm having this reoccurring place that does not exist. If any of you know anything about that, let me know. I'm parked at the Meyer parking lot, by the way, right now. But I want to keep talking about this so I don't forget. But that's not the first time this has happened to me. So when I was younger, I actually would have this dream of like a beach house that also did not exist. And the dream always was that my parents, like my whole family, we'd come to the beach house, be having a great time, and then my family would pack up the car and leave, and I would be like in the house still. I'm like, wait, no, don't leave me. And then when my dogs died, one at a time, it was like the dogs were there, but my family was leaving. And I remember when I was younger, telling my mom this, and she's like, that freaks me out. She's like, that makes me think you're seeing like the afterlife or something like that. But it's really weird that, and I don't want to say any, like, I don't want to jinx anything or whatever, but this dream of my grandma's cabin, because I know in the dreams it's just my grandma's house, even though it's not her house, I just know in my dream it is. But I've been dreaming of this place. My grandma I don't think was in the dream, but I knew it was her house, so she kind of was in the dream. But my horse was there also, and he was really sick. And it's weird, I dreamed this dream at the time that my grandma and my horse were both sick. So I hope that made sense. I feel like I'm not communicating maybe clearly right now, but I'm gonna go in and see if they have a donut, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back, and they did have donuts. I got one. It's like a maple glazed whatever, 99 cents. I remember that my dad told me that they were so cheap. 99 cents. That's pretty dang good. But I'm actually gonna wait to eat that till I get home. I have a weird thing about that ever since I've lived with Margaret. If you guys watched my ASMR channel, you guys know my friend Maggie. But she is like the queen of getting food and not eating it till she gets home. She's like, you enjoy it way more that way, right? She's like, if you're eating it in the car driving, like, you just don't enjoy it as much because you're worried about dropping it or crashing yourself. I was like, that kind of makes sense. And all through college she would do this when we lived together, and I'd be like, you know, nah, I don't care, eat it right away, and then by the time we get home my stuff is gone. And she'd be like, relaxed, feasting. I'm like, I feel like you've got the right idea here. So anytime I pick up food, stuff like this, I usually wait till I get home to eat it. Except for, in my old videos, my scones, when I'd get in the morning, immediately eat those. anyways, you guys, back to telling you about my dreams. First, actually, let me tell you about what happened with my horse. So, I don't know how familiar any of you are with horse stuff, but basically, he colicked, my horse Bo, and he's our new horse. He colicked. He's been away at a horse trainer's because I think I mentioned you guys he's having a lot of behavioral issues. Like, we don't think now that we got him that he's ever been trained very well. He had to get, something is wrong with his back, so like he saw a chiropractor, he saw the dentist, he got fitted for a new saddle, and they've been working with him, training him a little bit more just so he's like more rideable and doesn't buck somebody off and hurt somebody. But so he's been away, and then my parents got a call that he was colicking, like came back from a ride and just tried to lay down like saddle on and everything. And colic is when their intestines and their like stomach gets all messed up. I don't really know what causes it, but my late horse Zip had colicked one time, but it didn't happen too bad to him. Like, he was pretty sick, but this horse was like, the vet came in the morning to put him down and didn't have to, basically. Like, I wasn't there, I was at my apartment, but my parents said that he was really sick. The vet that night was like, you guys need to transfer him to MSU, which is Michigan State for anyone that's not in Michigan. You guys need to transfer him to MSU to get surgery, or I'm putting him down right now. And I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, first of all, she's not doing anything. She's the vet, it's not her horse. But that annoyed me. But was like certain, like, if you don't get surgery for him, like, this horse is getting put down. And after the fact, my dad, when this was all going on, was like, you know what, we'll give him the night. Like, there's no sense in putting him down right now, because they were saying, and this is something that I think is stupid, so with this whole thing, the vet was like, it's inhumane to make him suffer, like, he's in pain, but they had sedated him. It's inhumane to make him suffer through the night. But I was like, I get that mindset, and like, if an animal is really sick, it should be put down, but also, he just got sick today. It's like when a human, it's like, finds out they have terminal cancer, but they live 5 more months in pain. Like, you don't put humans down. You know what I mean? Like, so I just thought I was like, yeah, we're never going back to that vet, right? Like, she didn't seem like she knew what she was doing, because he ended up being fine. She came back in the morning. She was like, well, I'll be back in the morning. Put him down. And then by the time she got there, he was feeling better, so they didn't end up doing it. But I was like, good grief, lady. Like, you just, seems like bloodthirsty. Like, all right, time to put him down. He's been sick for 6 hours. I don't know. But yeah, he was really sick. Back to my dreams now that I got that, because I needed to tell that saga also. And these don't seem like long dreams because I don't remember them in super good detail now. It's been a few days. But the other crazy dream I had, I've had a couple of them. The other one, though, was that, do you know what? Now that I'm telling this, my grandma was also in this dream. I was at my grandma's house, which was also not my grandma's house in real life. I don't know if it was the cabin because I was inside this time, but it was that I was staying with my grandma and my cousin that I'm not close to and his teenage daughter were staying there also. We like all had to share a room for some reason, but in the middle of the night in this dream, I was woken up because there was like a raccoon that was under. So imagine if a raccoon got under a blanket and was like moving around. That's how this was, but it was under the carpet of the floor and it was coming after me. So I was like, because we all stayed in one room, so I guess I was sleeping on the floor, and this raccoon, I knew it was a raccoon somehow even though I couldn't see it, but the floor was like bubbled up and it was coming after me, so I kept having to like beat it and like kick it and fight it off basically, and it just kept coming back with a vengeance. I was like, ah. It was really scary. And I woke up early that morning because my boyfriend had stayed with me and had to leave, and I was telling him, I was like, this is such a crazy dream, and then he was like, I don't think I was explaining it well at the time, but that was a crazy dream. I have to tell my mom this, that I dreamed of my grandma 2 nights in a row, because that's really weird when all of this stuff with her health is happening. And then, what was the other one? Oh, this is what I had last night, what I just woke up from, was that I was in an arranged marriage / competing on Survivor. And then I was like, no, like I don't want to get married, but I had to, basically. And then there was like a hurricane or monsoon or whatever, and I was staying in this house that was like all glass windows, and the water kept coming, like huge waves kept crashing closer and closer and closer. And then there was like a lady outside like taking pictures and she got demolished, smashed into the glass house. I was like, oh shit. And I just remember that part really standing out. So that I went outside because I was like, are you okay? But then I got caught in the storm, and then my arranged marriage husband came out and saved me, and I was like, okay, I guess you're cool. And I feel like there's more than that. I feel like there's been more dreams than that I've been having. Because I'll wake up, I'll have a dream, and then I'll wake up from it and go back to sleep and I'll have another dream. But I can't remember any more off the top of my head right now. If I do, maybe I can pop back on and add to this vlog. But that is going to be it, guys. I'm just driving around right now because I wanted to finish that story. So I am going to hop off. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.